Neo, we've brought the Nebuchadnezzar up to transmission depth. Our time is short. This is your final mission brief before Wednesday's AP Physics 2 exam. Neo, these are your enemies. These are the agents who have been planning this exam. You will defeat them on Wednesday. As previously briefed, there will be 2 questions on Wednesday: a qualitative-quantitative translation and a paragraph argument short response. A summary of these questions are presented here. I shall go into further detail as we continue. No change from previous discussion. The 5 units you see are fair game for the examination. Geometric and physical optics and modern physics are not topics on Wednesday's examination. Neo, we've made a decision. Based on the advice of the physics teacher community and the recommendation of the test writers of the College Board and the readers of the College Board, our recommendation is that you type your answers on test day, that you do not write on paper, take an image, and upload. The reasons are the readers will understand as long as you present your argument carefully and logically. You will increase your chance of a high score if the readers can read what you write. That is best done by typing your responses. The readers have communicated they will understand equations you write as long as you present them logically. We do not expect tortuous algebraic manipulations during this exam. We may be asked to substitute values from one equation to another, but we do not expect multiple step derivations. Neo, do not use an equation editor on exam day. The system is not structured to accept an equation editor, and you risk your equations being removed from your submission by the technology. For the qualitative-quantitative translation, read carefully, don't skim. This isn't English class. Ask yourself, why are they asking me this question? What principle are they assessing my mastery of? If you cannot answer that question, Neo, before you begin writing, you risk not answering what was asked. That's your first step. Identify what they're asking. Don't fall for the traps. Don't reflexively try to throw something at them like math class. Answer the question they ask. Use multiple representations. Identify the answer they're seeking in multiple ways. Don't assume because you answered it one way that you have met the requirement. Ask, is there another way I can express so I can demonstrate my mastery? Think through your answer. Apply the concept of claim, evidence, reasoning. Have I provided evidence to support my claim? Is my reasoning sound to support my claim? If you think the question was too easy, Neo, you've likely done it wrong. If you finish writing with 5 minutes, 10 minutes left, you've done it wrong. Again, answer the question asked. You may feel it's repetitive, but tell them what you're going to tell them, and tell them what you told them. If you feel like you're saying the same thing multiple times, you're doing it right. They want to see your mastery. They don't want what's on the top of your head. Go that next level and the level beneath. If they ask how Part A relates to Part B, tell them how it relates. Be specific. Compare and contrast. They are alike because. They are different because. Be specific. If there are more than one ways they are alike, identify those. If there are more than one ways how they are unalike, answer them. Don't be satisfied with what's on the top of your head. Bring all the principles to bear. Leave what doesn't, though, behind. Don't add irrelevant processes to your answer. When ranking, when asked which is greater, which is least, solve first and then rank. Ensure that your discussion, ensure that your claim is fully supported. If you get stuck, press on. If you need an answer for Part A to answer Part B, assume a value for Part A, and then identify to the reader what you've done, and work the process for Part B. You cannot, however, continue a chain of assumptions. You cannot assume an answer for Part A, assume an answer for Part B, assume an answer for Part C. Organize your responses on the exam. If question 1 is broken into parts, as it likely shall, and you answer Part A, label, this is Part A. Part B, Part B. Part C, Part C. Label your response so the reader can follow your argument. Paragraph length response must be a paragraph. No bullets. You can place equations inside the body of the paragraph. Don't place your equations as a separate part. They're looking for a coherent paragraph, and they want you to address the question. They're looking for your ability to form a coherent thought to explain a physics principle. Use all the information. Spend time analyzing the question. Ensure you identify all the relevant information, and then in your response, cite all relevant information. Don't make the assumption that it's in the body of the statement, that it's there already. They want to know, do you know what's relevant to the problem? If you finish early, Neo, again, you've done it wrong. If on the paragraph length response, you find yourself done in 7 minutes, you've definitely done it wrong. Same process. Tell them again, tell them one more time. Apply claim evidence reasoning in your thought process, not necessarily in your body. You can, however, state what your evidence is and what your reasoning is and string it together in a coherent paragraph. Identify your conclusion. At the end, when you've answered the paragraph, state what your conclusion was. Don't let it dangle. Neo, you're likely to see something you've never seen before on the AP Physics 2 exam. This example from AP Physics 1 several years ago stands as an example of that. An inclined plane with evenly spaced bump to determine does the cart travel at constant velocity or not. It is fine that you've never seen a problem. They're assessing your mastery of physics. Can you bring physics to bear in analyzing a problem, not have you memorized an answer? Key terms. I will email these slides to you. These terms are worth incorporating into your equation sheet, so when you're asked the question on Wednesday, you know how to frame your response. The timing. College Board recommendation to check in 30 minutes prior with your e-ticket. The test will begin 25 minutes for the first question, the qualitative-quantitative translation, 5 minutes to upload, 15 minutes for the paragraph response, 5 minutes to upload. Neo, avoid the urge to continue to let the clock run while you work on an answer. You risk being locked out of the system. Once you are locked out of the system, there is no going back. Between now and test day, use the computer you intend to use on test day. Attempt the test demo. If the test demo does not work, you will not be able to test on exam day. Contact me so we can troubleshoot the issue. Review using the FRT keys in the videos we've been working on. I also recommend A+ Physics. The author has worked numerous solutions from previous AP Physics 2 tests. At this time, I think it's wise to watch the solutions so you get a feel for the flavor of the level of detail you're being asked for. Curl up close with your 5 steps. Ensure you've gone through and you've identified topics that you felt challenged by, and continue to work through those until you're confident. Write notes to yourself of specific concepts that you feel may be a challenge for you on exam day. Annotate your equation sheet. Identify derivations that you maybe have used throughout the year that you may find helpful. And finally, attend and or watch our daily Zoom sessions that will be running from now until exam day. Neo, this is our schedule for the Zoom sessions. The same login. Some may conflict with other exams. I shall record these sessions and post them. If you can email me with your specific questions 1 hour prior to the session, I will ensure that we can address them. Neo, I am told the sentinels are approaching. We must return with the Nebuchadnezzar back to Zion. We shall return to transmission depth shortly and check in to see if you have any questions. Godspeed, Neo.